We're going to hear from director Ron Howard and star of the film Felicity Jones after this very explanatory clip. You should know it. You've probably known everything about the film from this clip alone, but here it is anyway.
This is my apartment. I'm going to call the police.
The police woman just tried to kill us.
Okay, we'll call the US consulate instead if you like.
Just give me a minute. Get a hold of things.
Why was someone shooting at you?
I don't know.
Also, when you came into ER, you were mumbling something over and over.
Sorry.
Do you have any idea why you'd be saying this?
No.
Why was someone shooting at you?
You could keep asking me these questions, lady, but I'm not going to know the answers.
My name's Sienna.
God, I'm sorry. Hello.
Hi.
You ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, I'm feeling a tad vulnerable right now. I'm with someone other people want to shoot at.
I'm sorry.
Dan Brown's form of entertainment is becoming rarer and rarer in that it's kind of a grown-up thinking person's action-adventure movie. It entertains on a lot of different levels, and this is what's becoming more rare. In the world of comic book, big screen extravaganzas, and other kinds of genre-fried movies, this is a combination of very entertaining ideas. You know, it's got the pace. It's got that fun, it's got suspense. It is a mystery. You do wonder what's going to happen next and who's going to be involved. But he asks you to take it seriously enough that you'll really contemplate the issue. And he's always got a controversy at the center of it. So you kind of come away from these movies hopefully engaged, hopefully having been really entertained. You know, they're audience movies. But also, hopefully with something to think about on the way home. That's rare.
With Sienna, there's an element of her that's very much like Iago from Othello, which was really fun to play. Someone who's quite Machiavellian and has a secret. But then the other side of her is she's a young woman who's full of conviction and is a very strong environmentalist. And what's interesting about the film is there is this debate about the environment and overpopulation and what the best thing is to do about it.
My name is Liam. I've got a mouse in my hand. After I'm finished here, I'm going to walk to home, and then I'm going to eat some food, and then I'm going to go and do some things that are very obvious because they're happening on the screen. Sorry, that was a clip from Inferno. You also heard from Ron Howard and Felicity Jones doing a very good job of overhyping a film that doesn't need it, but we'll go with it anyway. So Inferno.
There are some films in the film show that I just can't.
No.
You know, when you leave the cinema and you're just entirely drained of all life energy, and you just feel like everything in the world just wants to immediately stop spinning and end up in a cold and lifeless and pointless existence. And
we go with that
a sad, lonely universe
far too many times, don't we?
Yeah,
it's not nice. No.
So if you care to know, Inferno is the third film in the Robert Langdon series, where by Dan Brown. I enjoyed Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons when I was 10 years old.
Great.
I probably won't if I look back on them now, but now the third one, Inferno, written by Dan Brown. Of course.
The book is not the screenplay.
The book is. The script is written by David Corp, but directed by Ron Howard, who can be doing many better things than this.
Like Arrested Development Season 5.
And basically in this film, Robert Langdon, who's back with Tom Hanks, who wakes up from the set of Bridge of Spies and Hologram for a King, wondering how the hell he got here, and coming from a set of a much better film to work on this, and he now has to find clues because they're hidden in the paintings of Dante's Inferno and various other shenanigans. There are clues to Inferno, which is a virus which will kill off 90% of the world's population, which has been reverse engineered by a crazy billionaire played by Ben Foster, who's in it for 10 minutes, and now him and Felicity Jones, the plucky young scientist who he's playing up with, has to basically go.
Her name is Sienna, and she's feeling a tad vulnerable right now.
Yeah, she's feeling a tad vulnerable right now. Must go across the world and stop various evildoers and bad people, including Omar, sketchy World Health Organization fellow, and Irrfan Khan's sleazy business-looking guy, and basically stop the world from being decimated, essentially.
This is the one time where your use of the word basically is actually accurate.
Yeah.
It's scarily poignant, yeah.
As Felicity Jones slowly runs away from her Star Wars fame,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you like running, this is a film for you.
Yeah.
If you like exposition,
Mhm.
this is a film for you. If you like dramatic swells of music where things are not that dramatic, this is a film for you. If you like,
it's Hans Zimmer as well. Actually,
if you like Tom Hanks looking around kind of awkwardly, this is a film for you. There's a lot of things this film is. What it isn't is a good film.
No.
It's the exact direct opposite of a good film, and
Yeah.
basically,
Yep.
it's crap.
Yeah.
It's utter crap. Like I was wide awake when I go into and this is a barometer usually because I just fell asleep. I was like, you know what? This film is so boring. Even my dreams are dull. I just could not. It's just everything about this film is plain. It is boring. It is safe. There's nothing here. It's a story about the world possibly ending. How do you make that boring? You know, and the whole pseudo-intellectual crap about bringing in all these art things and paintings and the Sistine Chapel and Constantinople and stuff like that, trying to make it seem that's slightly more highbrow than it actually is, when it's in fact not, because it's dull and it's boring and it's like putting your head in a dishwasher and coming out as dishwater. It's boring.
Worse than boring, though, it's also incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, as you heard from that clip, no one can just do things. You know, they say show, don't tell.
Yeah.
Well, nobody told Dan Brown that, or Ron Howard, or David Koepp, or whatever his name
Nobody
is.
told Dan Howard how to write.
Dan Howard. You mean
Dan Brown.
Dan Brown or Ron Howard? Yeah.
Dan
It's
Brown.
it's a bad combination. Dan Howard's a YouTube guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, the one nice thing I can say is that some of the locations are nice. But we do kind of guess that Florence is in Italy. We don't need to be told that Florence is in Italy every single time we go there. I just thought it was horrible. I thought it was never going to end. I mean, American Honey's best part of 3 hours. This is just 2, and it felt like a few years. I felt like I'd grown a beard in that time, and that'll never happen. I can't grow beards.
I was so restless.
Yeah.
There was 2 kids next to us who literally had to explain the plot to each
There
other
was-
as it was going on.
Yeah, there was 3 of them. They were sitting next to me, and you know, it's happened before at films when you've got people there who are kind of with people and they kind of explain the film to each other just in case they kind of missed out. I mean, I don't know how from this film, because it does tell you literally everything. There's not a single bit where you kind of go, and certainly when the twist comes round, because obviously there's a twist. Did you see it coming?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, it's so blooming.
I mean,
obvious.
to be honest, I didn't, because I really wasn't paying attention. I was just...
Yeah, that's one
I had
thing.
a,
Like,
I had a hole bored on my skull by the exposition that was desperately trying to reach the inner recesses of my brain.
yeah, I knew there was going to be a twist, but I didn't care enough to wonder what it would be. But when it happened, I was like, well, duh.
Oh no.
Come on. Yeah, but it didn't really make a difference. It just made me roll my eyes and audibly go. And it's the one time I've left a film and actually shouted in the cinema. I was like, thank God. It was that bad. It's appalling. But people like it. I mean, not to take it away from anybody. As Ron Howard says, Dan Brown's breed of entertainment is very rare these days. I mean, that's a mercy in itself. That's great. We're not got to see too many of these films. We get to see a lot of bad stuff, but it takes a special kind of stupid to make this kind of film. Dearie me. I mean, Felicity Jones is talented, but why should do this?
They're all talented.
Why
Omar
did she-
Sy is talented. Tom Hanks is talented. Ron Howard is talented. Why are you making these films?
It was just awful. Cinema for dummies.
I don't know. Yeah,
Terrible.
you know, if you like groans, and if you like running, and if you like being talked to like you're a child,
Yeah. If you like a
You'll
lot
love
of
it.
explaining, if you don't actually pay attention to a film, you just want to have it happen in front of your eyes, no involvement at all. If you want something good though that has the same themes, Utopia, great series.
Oh, yeah.
On Channel 4. There's 12 hours of that and it doesn't drag at all. This is 2 hours and you will want to pull your hair out.